18 British royals who still refuse to call Camilla queen. The palace is divided. Even though Camilla's officially queen, there are still powerful members of the royal family who refuse to acknowledge her as such. It may sound unbelievable, but some of the most influential royals are standing firm in their resistance to calling her queen. This isn't just about a title. It's about loyalty, family history, and old wounds that haven't healed. From Prince Harry, who's been outspoken about his strained relationship with her, to Princess Anne, who won't even use the title in private, the royal family is divided in ways you won't expect. So who are these royals? And why are they refusing to accept Camilla's new role? In this video, we'll uncover the shocking reasons behind their defiance and what it says about the deep division still at play in the monarchy. You won't want to miss this look inside the royal family's most unexpected drama. Stay tuned to find out. Number 1. Prince Harry. Prince Harry's been one of the most vocal members of the royal family when it comes to his feelings about Camilla. In his memoir Spare, Prince Harry described Camilla as dangerous and even accused her of being involved in media leaks that harmed his family's reputation. For Prince Harry, the relationship with Camilla's always been complex, shaped by years of tension between her and his late mother, Princess Diana. Even though Prince Harry was raised with Camilla in his life as a stepmother, it's clear that his loyalty to his mother's colored his perception of her. His relationship with Camilla's been strained, and it seems unlikely that he'll ever fully embrace her role as queen. This ongoing tension between Prince Harry and Camilla goes beyond a mere disagreement over titles. It's a deeper reflection of unresolved family issues that have shaped Prince Harry's life and decisions. Number 2. Princess Anne. Princess Anne, known for her no-nonsense approach to life and her fierce loyalty to her mother, Queen Elizabeth, has reportedly not embraced Camilla's new title. In private, Princess Anne is said to avoid calling Camilla queen and has always been a staunch advocate for preserving the traditional royal values passed down by her mother. Princess Anne's reluctance to publicly acknowledge Camilla's role is rooted in her deep respect for Queen Elizabeth, who reigned over 70 years. For Princess Anne, the idea of her mother's legacy being overshadowed by a change in royal titles might be difficult to accept. Despite maintaining a dignified relationship with Camilla in public, Princess Anne's personal feelings appear to reflect a broader sense of loyalty to her mother's reign, leaving her hesitant to fully acknowledge the new queen consort. Number 3. Prince Andrew. Prince Andrew's relationship with Camilla remains notably frosty. Despite his own controversies, Andrew's been steadfast in aligning with the views of his late mother, Queen Elizabeth. While Andrew's kept a low profile in recent years, insiders suggest that he has not fully embraced the idea of Camilla as queen. The lingering bond Andrew shared with his mother, especially following his own public scandals, seems to have influenced his stance. Having witnessed his mother's reign as an institution, Andrew is likely resistant to any changes that might be seen as diminishing her legacy. His reluctance to acknowledge Camilla as queen reflects a broader sense of tradition and respect for the monarchy, as it was before these shifts in power. Number 4. Princess Beatrice. Princess Beatrice has always maintained a respectful but distant relationship with Camilla. And when it comes to Camilla's title as queen, she reportedly sees her late mother-in-law, Princess Diana, as the rightful queen consort. Beatrice, who was close to her mother-in-law and grew up in a time when Princess Diana's image was synonymous with the royal family, has had difficulty accepting the changing dynamics within the family. This sentiment reflects the continuing reverence for Princess Diana, who remains a beloved figure in the eyes of many, especially Beatrice and her sister, Princess Eugenie. For Beatrice, acknowledging Camilla's title might feel like a betrayal of the legacy of Princess Diana, a woman who was not only her mother-in-law, but also someone who defined a certain era of the monarchy. Number 5. Princess Eugenie. Princess Eugenie, who's always been close to Prince Harry and Meghan, shares their perspective on Camilla's place in the family. As one of the younger royals, Eugenie's views on the monarchy are still very much influenced by the dynamics of her childhood, particularly her close relationship with her uncle, Princess Diana's brother, and Prince Harry. Eugenie, like Prince Harry, seems hesitant to embrace the idea of Camilla as queen. Her bond with Prince Harry and Meghan has created an environment where she's not only more progressive in her outlook, but also more critical of the traditional roles within the royal family. Eugenie's hesitance towards Camilla's title reflects her desire to maintain family loyalty to those who have long been cast aside or misunderstood by the institution. For Eugenie, this defiance is more than just a refusal to acknowledge Camilla as queen. It's a rejection of the family's changing narrative under King Charles' reign. Number 6. Zara Tindall. Zara Tindall, the daughter of Princess Anne, is another royal who's remained largely reserved in her acceptance of Camilla's title. While Zara has publicly shown respect towards Camilla, insiders suggest that she privately avoids using the title queen when referring to her. Zara's always been very close to her mother, Princess Anne, and shares many of her traditionalist views, which may explain her reluctance to fully embrace the changes brought about by Camilla's new role. Zara, much like her mother, values family loyalty and respect for the monarchy's established traditions. Being part of the younger generation of royals, she is perhaps caught between respecting the wishes of her mother and grandfather, while also facing the reality of the changes within the royal family. Though she might not openly challenge Camilla's title, Zara's hesitance reflects the broader generational divide within the family, where some members are more willing to accept change, while others are more rooted in tradition. Number 7. Lady Louise Windsor. Lady Louise Windsor, the daughter of Prince Edward and granddaughter of Queen Elizabeth, has grown up with a deep admiration for her grandmother. This connection to Queen Elizabeth appears to shape her stance on Camilla's new title. Though Louise has never made public statements about her views on Camilla, sources close to the royal family suggest that she finds the transition to Camilla being crowned queen difficult to accept. Loyalty to her late grandmother's legacy seems to be a driving factor in Louise's hesitance. Having witnessed Queen Elizabeth's reign from a close perspective, it's understandable that Lady Louise might have trouble adjusting to the idea of a new queen consort, someone who's seen by some as an outsider, given the complex history between Camilla and the late Princess Diana. Louise's reluctance to call Camilla queen is a quiet form of defiance, rooted in her personal connection to her grandmother's legacy and the profound respect she held for her. Number 8. Sarah Ferguson, Fergie. Sarah Ferguson, or Fergie, has had a tumultuous relationship with Camilla, even before King Charles and Camilla were married. As the ex-wife of Prince Andrew, Fergie's relationship with Camilla was already strained due to the dynamics within the royal family. Though Fergie's maintained a civil public relationship with Camilla in recent years, she's reportedly reluctant to acknowledge her as queen in private. Fergie's history with the royal family, marked by her divorce from Prince Andrew and her subsequent public fallout with the institution, has always been complicated. Her personal feelings towards Camilla are shaped by her loyalty to the memory of Princess Diana and the unspoken tensions between her and King Charles' second wife. Despite their occasional public appearances together, Fergie's refusal to call Camilla queen privately reveals a deeper personal resistance to the changes in the monarchy and the shifting power dynamics that came with King Charles' ascension to the throne. Number 9. The Duke of Kent. The Duke of Kent, one of the most senior members of the extended royal family, is known for his traditionalist views and deep loyalty to the monarchy, as it's existed for generations. As cousin to Queen Elizabeth, the Duke of Kent has always valued the history and continuity of the royal family. His reluctance to publicly acknowledge Camilla as queen is a reflection of this commitment to tradition and respect for his late cousin's reign. The Duke's stance on Camilla's title seems to be a direct acknowledgement of the deep-rooted traditions of the royal family, where changes in titles are not always easily accepted. His respect for Queen Elizabeth's legacy makes it difficult for him to fully embrace the shift in power that came with King Charles' ascension. As one of the most senior members of the royal family, The Duke's hesitation to call Camilla Queen signifies a broader sentiment within the monarchy that struggles to let go of the past and fully accept the new royal order. Number 10. Princess Alexandra. Princess Alexandra, the cousin of Queen Elizabeth, has always been a steadfast supporter of the late Queen, and her loyalty to the monarchy's traditions runs deep. Like other members of the royal family who have been loyal to Queen Elizabeth, Princess Alexandra reportedly avoids acknowledging Camilla's position as queen. Her reluctance stems from her immense respect for the late monarch and her personal attachment to the legacy of Queen Elizabeth. Princess Alexandra's stance on Camilla's title is a reflection of the broader tension within the royal family over the transition of power. For many royals, accepting the title of queen for Camilla is not just a personal decision, but a public one that symbolizes a shift in the monarchy's direction. Alexandra, like others, may struggle with the idea of Camilla assuming a role once reserved for a different kind of royal consort, one deeply tied to the legacy of Princess Diana and the public's perception of the royal family. Her refusal to fully acknowledge Camilla as queen is both a personal and political statement about the enduring influence of the Queen's reign. Number 11. The Earl of Snowdon, David Armstrong Jones. David Armstrong Jones, the son of the late Princess Margaret, has always kept a relatively low profile within the royal family. However, his distance from Camilla's title speaks volumes about his stance. Princess Margaret, his mother, had a close relationship with Princess Diana, and that connection still influences David's views on the monarchy. As someone who grew up in the shadow of Princess Margaret, who was a vocal supporter of Princess Diana, David may find it difficult to fully embrace Camilla's role as queen. David's position is shaped by the complex royal history and legacy of his mother. Princess Margaret was outspoken about her opinions on royal matters, particularly regarding Princess Diana and King Charles' relationship. While David himself has largely remained out of the public spotlight, his hesitancy to acknowledge Camilla's position as queen can be seen as a quiet nod to his late mother's legacy, and perhaps an acknowledgement of the unresolved tensions within the royal family surrounding Camilla's role. Number 12. The Duke of Gloucester. The Duke of Gloucester, a senior member of the royal family, has long been a traditionalist when it comes to the monarchy. His views are deeply rooted in respect for Queen Elizabeth and the royal family's centuries-old customs. As a cousin of the Queen, the Duke's loyalty to the monarchy's established norms and values has kept him distant from the shifting dynamics that came with King Charles' ascension to the throne. The Duke's reluctance to acknowledge Camilla as queen is a direct reflection of his belief in maintaining the royal family's historical integrity. He's always been supportive of the traditional roles within the monarchy, and the shift to Camilla being queen is something he likely views as a break from that tradition. This reluctance isn't personal animosity towards Camilla. Rather, it's a sign of respect for the history and continuity of the monarchy that's guided his views throughout his life. His refusal to use her title in private reflects a broader conservative approach to the royal family's evolution. Number 13. The Countess of St Andrews, Silvana Tomaselli. Silvana Tomaselli, married to the Queen's cousin, the Duke of St Andrews, has been somewhat hesitant to embrace Camilla's new title. Known for her academic background, Silvana's always placed a great value on history and precedent, which may explain her reluctance to accept changes to the royal family structure. Her intellectual approach to the monarchy likely leads her to question the historical and cultural significance of Camilla's rise to queen. Silvana's hesitancy is also influenced by her position within the royal family. She may feel that Camilla's role is a dramatic shift from the royal tradition she holds dear. Given her background and her marriage to a royal cousin, Silvana's views are likely shaped by a sense of duty to preserve the legacy of the monarchy as it was before these changes. Her quiet resistance to calling Camilla queen reflects a deep respect for historical norms and a desire to maintain continuity in the royal family's traditions. Number 14. The Earl of Ulster, Alexander Windsor. Alexander Windsor, the Earl of Ulster, is a direct descendant of the royal bloodline, and like many others in the extended royal family, has been deeply influenced by the legacy of Queen Elizabeth. He maintains a distant but respectful stance towards Camilla. And while he hasn't been overtly vocal about his opinions, sources suggest that he too has not fully embraced her title as queen. Alexander is known for adhering to the royal family's traditions, and his quiet resistance reflects his personal values of respecting the past. As a member of the extended royal family, Alexander is more distant from the day-to-day workings of the monarchy. Yet his allegiance to the legacy of Queen Elizabeth remains strong. His refusal to acknowledge Camilla's position as queen, publicly or privately, may come from a place of deep respect for his grandmother's reign and the traditions that defined the monarchy during her time. Like many of his relatives, Alexander's actions speak to a broader sentiment of loyalty to the past and an unwillingness to fully embrace the changing landscape of the royal family. Number 15. Princess Michael of Kent. Princess Michael of Kent is one of the more controversial figures within the royal family, partly due to her close ties with European royalty and her distaste for certain aspects of British royal protocol. She's long maintained a somewhat detached position from the monarchy's inner workings, preferring to focus on her own royal duties and her connections to other European royals. When it comes to Camilla's title, Princess Michael has not publicly addressed the issue, but insiders suggest that she remains quietly resistant. Her ties to European royalty and her personal views on the monarchy make it likely that she's not fully accepted the idea of Camilla as queen. Her stance on the matter is likely influenced by her own royal background and the long-standing tensions between the British royal family and other European monarchies. Though she has not spoken out publicly against Camilla, her silence and distance from the issue suggests a quiet resistance, rooted in a mix of personal conviction and royal tradition. Number 16. The Duke of Edinburgh, Prince Phillip. Although Prince Philip passed away before Camilla's ascension to queen, his views on her have been well documented, and they were often far from supportive. Throughout his life, Prince Philip was known for being outspoken, particularly when it came to matters regarding the monarchy. His thoughts on Camilla were reportedly influenced by his close relationship with Princess Diana. Given his loyalty to Diana, it's likely that he would have reservations about Camilla assuming the role of queen. While he was always respectful of Charles, the idea of Camilla taking on such a prominent title may have been a difficult pill to swallow. Had he lived to see Camilla officially become queen, it's likely that his feelings would have continued to be complex and perhaps resistant. Number 17. The Countess of Wessex, Sophie Rhys-Jones. Sophie, the Countess of Wessex, wife of Prince Edward, has always been an influential and respected figure in the royal family. While she maintains a positive public image and appears to get along with Camilla, there are signs that Sophie's loyalty to Queen Elizabeth and the monarchy's legacy still influence her stance. Sophie's relationship with Camilla has been one of diplomacy and respect, but Sophie's also known to be deeply committed to preserving the memory and role of Queen Elizabeth. Sophie's personal feelings about Camilla's role may be more complex than what's publicly seen. Her refusal to refer to Camilla as queen could be her way of quietly honoring the legacy of her late mother-in-law and the royal institution she holds dear. Number 18. Prince Edward. Prince Edward, the youngest child of Queen Elizabeth, has always been a relatively low-profile member of the royal family. However, his views on the monarchy are deeply influenced by his respect for his mother and the traditions of the family. Much like his wife Sophie, Prince Edward is thought to remain respectful of Camilla but may still harbor some reservations about her role as queen. His loyalty to his late mother and his more traditional views on the monarchy suggest that he might find it difficult to fully embrace this shift in titles. Though Prince Edward is unlikely to speak out publicly against Camilla's title, his actions may reveal a quiet hesitation in accepting the change. So there you have it, the 15 British royals who still refuse to call Camilla queen, and the surprising reasons behind their defiance. It's clear there's more than just a title at play here. These royals are holding on to traditions, legacies, and personal loyalties that run deep within the family. What do you think about this royal drama? Should these royals accept Camilla as queen, or do they have a valid reason to stand their ground? Leave your thoughts in the comments down below. I'd love to hear what you think. And don't forget to like this video, share it with your friends, and be sure to subscribe and turn on the notification bell icon. so you don't miss out on future videos. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!